Ready for this?
No. The things I do to make this deck work. Hello, everyone of the YouTube land. This is Eric, the Cyborg Team Forbidden, coming to you with an updated deck profile post Rising Rampage for BES. They got a new monster in the set, so I figured why not build it back. Then the ban list came out. They got Terraforming to 1 and Metaverse to 1, so yeah. So let's get into it, guys. So start with the monster lineup. Show with the brand new BES monster, the Blaster Cannon Core. He's basically a Papertops. You summon him from your hand if your opponent has more monsters than you do. And then usual BES stuff. When he's summoned, gains 3 counters. Can't be stored by battle. When he attacks, take a counter off it. If you can't, he dies. Usual BES stuff. Triple Mark III, pretty much the same thing as Blaster Cannon Core, except he's a Cyber Dragon. And BES stuff, not going to really explain it. I already did. Only 2 Mark IIs. Yeah, 2 Mark IIs. Only 2 of them because he only gains counters when he's special summoned, so you're mainly wanting to summon him off either the field spell or through boss rush. So 2 of him. And then the last BS monster is 2 Tetran. You run him just to get rid of back row by taking the counter off of them. Those are the BS monsters. Onto the other monsters. Double Plaid Pathfinder. I only found space in this deck for 2. And you have to run them now because Terraforming and Metaverse are at 1. So basically you attribute him for cost to add a field spell to your from your deck to your hand. And then for the monster hand traps, double Ghost Ogre and then double Ash Blossom. Right now, the best hand traps currently right now in this format until the actual format is shown and we figure out what's going on with that. Those are the monsters. Onto the spells. This deck lives by this field spell and dies by it too. You mainly always want to have this on your field no matter what, because with this, your BES monsters gain a 500 boost. They can be targeted and/or destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and it helps place out more counters onto your BS monsters. And then also when you activate it, you can add a boss rush to from your deck to your hand. Basically, while this is on your field, you are no longer allowed to normal summon or set. And then during the end phase, when a BES monster is destroyed, you summon 1 from your deck for free. So it helps it to where you're always gonna have a monster to play with. And then for the necessary of 2 evils, Mystic Mine. I really don't like to play this card, but for this deck, I feel like you have to because you want to be able to get to your plays as fast as possible. So having Mystic Mine in here can really just shut down your opponent to where they can like interrupt you or like counter your plays through like monster effects. But yeah, 2 is good. And then we're running triple Demise of the Land. Recently picked this up yesterday for the deck because it also is another way to get your field spell out. Whenever your opponent summons a monster or what are they?
Special summons.
Yeah, that. Whenever they do that, you basically just activate a field spell from your deck. So this cannot be Ash Blossomed because it doesn't add to your hand. It just straight up just plays it from the deck. And then Call by the Grave. You could argue taking this deck out because it's not really combo oriented, or maybe just like taking like one of them out for running 2. But I have 3 just in case if I don't like see like my like Mystic Mine or like anything else to like help me progress the game or the field. Double Extravagance because there's cards in the extra deck that I do use, and I'll show that, and I'll show you a reason why once I get to the rest of the deck and do the side deck. Don't really need to really explain what it does, but for those who don't know, you banish either 3 or 6 cards face down from your extra deck at random, and then depending on how many you banish, if you banish 3, you draw 1. If you banish 6, you draw 2. And then the rest of the turn, you can't draw cards through card effects. And then the 1 Terraforming goes out 1. Onto the trap cards, we have the triple Impermanence for going against your opponent. Triple Crackdown to just steal your opponent's stuff and to make link plays with them. Double Rivalry. You can obviously just like side this out if you're like going against a deck that's like pure mono type, but you may just have this just in case. And then 1 Skill Drain for Monster Fight Negation on field, and then Metaverse for more field spell accessibility. That is the main deck. Onto the side deck. Triple Ghost Reaper, because most of your extra deck is Cherries targets for whatever deck's playing right now, and then whatever the current meta will be. Double Lancia for any deck that banishes, and then Pegratops for a going second option, just to bring out a free monster on the field. Triple Super Poly, because it's at 3 now, and the extra deck does have Super Poly targets, so you want to have these with you at all times. Double Red Reboot for the more trap heavy decks, whether it be pretty much anything really, because with Solemn Judgment now at 3 again, people are going to be playing that a lot more, so you want to have a way to counteract it. And then for purely going second, Evenly Matched. Don't really need to explain what this does, but for those who don't know, end of the battle phase, I turn from hand, and your opponent just banishes everything they have on field, except for until you both have the same amount of cards on field. So that's my current side deck. Onto the extra deck. The extra deck will be changing once the format comes into form, but we won't know till like a month or so. So start off right now with the Link ones. 1 Shizuku for the Sketch Dragon matchup, and then 1 LP for the Guard Dragon matchup. You could argue to put in the Crusader Link 1 in here as well for the Thunder Dragon players, but I think this is a better target for it. Personal tech option, I'm running double barricade board blocker. Basically what he does, during the end phase, the turn he's link summoned, you discard a card and then add a field spell card or a continuous spell card from your graveyard to your hand. So it helps recur your boss rush and your Zelos, and also can help bring back Mystic Mind to your hand in case you ever do need it again. And then while he's on field, face-up spell cards cannot be they cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. I wish it was like they could be targeted by card effects. It would have been a whole lot better, but gotta get what you gotta get. Link 2s, the Marine Sys Link 2 Coral Anemone for any Marine Sys matchups that you'll ever have. And then for your Orcus matchups, the Galatea. The only link 3 I'm currently running is the BLS link because you have a bunch of high level monsters and you run Crackdown, so you just take your opponent's stuff and make it. Then link 4s, Abramax, Borreload, and then the Bow Goddess. Those are the link 4s. And then onto the targets for Super Poly. Running the 1 Mud Dragon for pretty much anything really. Audacious Vortex for the Pendulum matchup. Dragostapelia for also pretty much anything that runs darks and or just pure dragons. And then Trinity for any hero matchup. And then I didn't take out the Starting Venom, but Starting Venom should be in here for your dark matchups. Anyway, that is the current build right now for BES. It has its issues. It needs their field spell in order to actually go off. If you have any suggestions on how I should change it, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.